So make yourself comfortable in an easy seated position. An easy seated position is anyone where your spine is straight and at ease. Sometimes sitting up on a block makes it a little bit easier. That's perfectly fine. So we're going to start in just a moment. I just want to bring your awareness to our charity of the day. If it is within your means to make a donation to the charity, this class is just my gift to you. You can accept it as that or make a gift to the charity, which today is the Wounded Warrior Project. Wounded Warrior Project is an organization that helps with services and funding for people that have been wounded in the military in any of our conflicts. They have social services, they have mental health services, they do all sorts of great things. So if it is within your means to make a donation to them, we would greatly appreciate it. If it is not, please accept this class as a gift from us. So starting in an easy seated position, let's just close our eyes and bring our awareness to our breath. Taking a deep inhale through your nose to the very bottom of your lungs is a diaphragmatic breath. That form of breathing helps to calm the central nervous system, helps to bring focus to your practice. Yoga really is the yoking together of breath and motion. If your mind starts to wander to what it is you have to do later or where you were before, just gently bring it back to the feeling of the stretch, the strength of a pose, or the depth of your breath. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose to the bottom of your lungs. Lengthen your spine. As you exhale, gently let your chin drop down towards your chest. Bring your awareness to the feeling of that stretch. Gentle stretch. No tingling, no numbness into the arms, no pinching, no pain in the neck. With your next exhale, just let your right ear come to your right shoulder. You can gently push your left elbow down towards the floor. That just adds to the stretch. And breathe. With your next exhale, your head drops back, your chin reaches up towards the sky. No pinching or pain in the neck. If it feels like pinching, pain, or just discomfort, just lower your chin a little bit and bring yourself to a less severe extended angle. With your next exhale, we'll let your left ear drop to your left shoulder. If you'd like, you can gently press your right elbow down towards the floor. And then your chin gently drops to your chest. With an inhale, we're going to let your chin rise up along with your arms. So fully inhaling to the bottom of your lungs as your arms rise up. Breathing into the shoulders. As you exhale, let them come down to the floor. So we're just starting with some gentle motions of the cervical, the thoracic, and the shoulders. Inhaling up, breathe to the bottom of your lungs. Exhaling down. One more time. Inhale it up. Bringing your hands into palms together, shoulder blades down and away from your ears. Press into your hands as they come down to the center of your chest. Just gently pushing into them, beginning to activate the muscles of the shoulders. Press into your hands as you inhale, letting your arms rise up to the ceiling. Exhaling them back down to the center of your chest. Follow your own breath. Push as hard as you like into your hands, feeling those muscles activating. One more time, inhale them up to the ceiling. Exhale, separate your arms. Push the palms away from each other. So your fingertips are reaching up to the ceiling. You're reaching in opposite directions with the heels of your hands, creating space. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, just bring your left arm across the front of your body. Take your right hand and hold your left elbow. You're just doing a gentle stretch of the outside muscles of that shoulder. You can keep the arm straight or you can bend the elbow. It's a little bit easier with the elbow bent. Find the expression of the pose you hold with ease. Try to push that left shoulder blade down and away from your ear and just allow it to stretch. Without struggle, without strain. Breathing into the areas that feel tight or restricted. Exhaling, allowing your body to melt. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then release your arms, reaching in opposite directions again, lengthening your spine. As you exhale, take your right arm across your body. Hold on to the right elbow with your left hand. Either keep the arm straight or bend the elbow. But wherever you are, make sure that right shoulder stays down and away from your ears. Breathe into any area that feels tight or restricted, imagining that you're expanding that area with your breath. As you exhale, allow your shoulder to melt a little bit further. No struggles. Breathe. Take a deep inhale. With an exhale, separate your arms. Breathe. Lengthening your spine with an exhale. Take your right elbow underneath of your left elbow and try to intertwine your arms so that you end up with your palms together. If they don't reach together, that's perfectly fine. Just let the backs of your hands meet, or even just let that right hand on the outside of the left elbow. Find the expression of each pose you can hold with ease. If you can get the thumbs to the center of your forehead, hold it there for a moment, appreciating the stretch in the shoulders. As you inhale, let your arms rise up towards the sky. Try to bring your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. As you exhale, gently let the arms drop down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up once more. And exhale it down. So just holding in that position, if you can get your thumbs to the center of your forehead, we're going to take a cow pose. So your belly opens as you inhale and you arch back. As you exhale, you round forward, trying to separate your shoulder blades, pulling your belly towards your spine. Inhale it up and back. Exhale, rounding forward. Inhale up and back. Exhale, rounding forward. One more time. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, rounding forward. Bring your spine to a tall, straight spine. Separate your arms. Push the way to walls. No pinching and no pain. We're going to do the opposite side. So take your left elbow underneath of your right. Try to intertwine your arms so that your palms end up together. Your shoulder blades pull down and away from your ears. As you inhale, see if you can raise your arms up without pain. Exhale, bring them back down. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, bring them down. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're going to leave your arms right down there. Remember, no pinching or pain in your shoulders. Your thumb comes to the center of your forehead if you can get there. With an inhale, let your belly spill out and arch your spine back. With an exhale, round forward. Push the air out with your belly as you spread your shoulder blades apart. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, round it forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward. Bringing your spine straight and tall, separating your arms, pushing away the walls. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, take your arms behind you, interlace your fingers, and reach your knuckles down to the floor as you lift your chin and your chest up to the sky. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest, begin to fold forward. Breathe. Stay right here or lift your arms from the hips up towards the sky. Lower those arms back down to your hips. Slowly bring your spine back up to tall and straight. Keeping your fingers interlaced, take both hands over to your right hip. So we're doing a slightly deeper stretch of that left shoulder. It's an internal rotation stretch. This isn't a motion that a lot of us use more than tucking in a shirt or scratching or washing your back. So just give it ease. Find an expression of each pose that you can hold with ease. Take a deep inhale to your belly, and with an exhale, see if you can turn towards your right. So we're starting to add a little rotation of the thoracic spine. Your shoulders and your neck depend on your thoracic spine being able to move. Again, most of us sit at a desk all day, we keyboard and we mouse, but we very rarely spend any time moving that thoracic spine. It's not a big problem for just today or just this week, but when it's your motion or the position that you hold most often begins to become stiff. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, bring it back to the front. Lower your knuckles to the ground. Inhale as you lift your chin and your chest, arching up and back. Exhale as you fold forward. Bringing your forehead to the floor or to a block. Staying here where you are or lifting your arms, hips up to the sky. Breathe. Lowering those arms back down to your hips, slowly bringing your spine back up to straight. Taking your both hands over to the opposite hip, over to your left hip, and breathing. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, let that shoulder melt. Slowly, with an exhale, turning towards your left, adding the rotation in the opposite direction. I often tell my patients not to let their chronic position become their chronic condition. So exploring mobility of your spine on a daily basis is a great way to keep yourself moving and functional. No pinching, no pain. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then bring yourself gently back to the front. Lowering your knuckles to the ground, inhaling as you arch up and back. Exhaling as you fall forward, bringing your forehead towards the floor. If you can touch it, that's great. If not, use a block or a pillow. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, you can raise your arms from your hips or just keep them where they are. Breathe. Slowly lowering those arms back down to your hips. Slowly up to a tall, easy seated position. Letting your fingertips separate, taking them up to the ceiling with an inhale. We're interlacing your fingers again, bringing them behind your head. Take a deep inhale, push the elbows back, lift the chin and the chest. As you exhale, round forward, bringing your elbows together, rolling your spine, separate your shoulder blades. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, round it forward. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, round it forward. Push that air out. One more time as you inhale, take your spine straight, arch it back, and then push those elbows back till you're really feeling opening in the chest. As you exhale, round it forward. As you inhale, take yourself back to a tall, straight position and spine. Shoot those arms up towards the lengthen your spine. With an exhale, rotate to your right. Your left hand rests on your right knee. Your right hand comes to the floor behind you. Lengthen. Push down into the floor with that back hand. That helps to get your spine straight. And then see if you can explore a little bit deeper rotation. Again, just taking your spine into positions that it's not used to being in is a really healthy way to keep that spine healthy. Keep it mobile. Take a deep inhale, lengthen. With an exhale, see if you can rotate just a little further. Take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, bring yourself back towards the front. We're going to take it to the other side. So inhaling your arms to the ceiling, exhaling to the opposite side. Pushing down into the floor with that left hand, lengthen your spine to create space that allows you to rotate just a little further with an exhale. No pinching and no pain. Close your eyes here for a moment and bring your attention to where it is you feel tightness. Expand that area with your next inhale. With your slow exhale, you rotate a little further. I try to remind my patients that the investment you make in your body today will pay off in the future. It's just like a 401k, your retirement plan. If you started investing today, you'd have very little to take out tomorrow. But look to the future. Deep inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, come forward. It's much easier to keep pain from coming on than it is to get rid of it once you have it. So think about your body in terms of what it's going to be in the future. We're going to straighten your right leg out. We're going to take your left foot and put it on the outside of your right knee. So gentle movement today can ensure that you can keep moving and keep doing those things that you want to in the future. So your right leg is out straight and active, the toes pulled back. The left foot is on the outside of the right knee. We're going to take your right arm and wrap it around that left knee. Pull that knee closer to you. That helps you to get that spine straight. Take a deep inhale, let your left arm rise up towards the ceiling, not your shoulder blades. You're not pinching your ear with your bicep. You're actually pulling down towards the floor with your shoulder blade, up towards the sky with your fingers, and as you exhale, bring that left hand behind you. Rotate your chest towards your left leg. Squeeze that left knee into your chest and breathe. So we're just taking that spinal twist a little bit deeper here. No struggle and no strain. Breathe. Breathe deep into your belly and lengthen. Reach the top of your head towards the sky. With an exhale, see if you can rotate further towards the left. Close your eyes and feel it. Breathe it. As you exhale, release it. No struggles and no strains. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then we'll slowly bring your chest back towards the front. We'll take that left foot and bring it on the inside of your right knee. That right leg is still out and straight. It's still activated. Back of your knee, like you're trying to touch the floor with the back of your leg. That will help your hamstring open up a little bit more. Inhale your arms up to the ceiling, shoulder blades down and away from your ears. As you exhale, fold halfway forward, your fingertips pointing to where the wall meets the ceiling. As you inhale, lengthen out through those fingertips. As you exhale, bring your hands to the bottom of your foot or to your ankle and breathe. Let your chin drop down, release all of the tension and the effort. If your hands don't make it to your foot, that's fine. Bring them to the ankle or the calf. You can use a strap wrapped around the bottom of your foot if you'd like. You can stay right here, or we can bind the pose, releasing your left hand, reaching to the wall in front of you, and then wrapping it around the outside of your left knee, tucking your fingers into the crease between your thigh and your belly. And then to add a little bit deeper stretch for your shoulder, just let that left knee drop out. It's pulling that left arm. No pinching, no pain. If it hurts while you're doing it, it is going to hurt when you're done. Breathe. Breathe into the air as it feels tight or restricted. Don't lose that right leg. Push down into the back of the right knee. One more deep inhale. One more slow exhale. And then if you bound the pose, release the bind, bringing both hands back to the right foot or the right ankle, and then slowly straightening your spine. Straightening out your left leg, bending your right, and bringing the foot to the outside of the right knee. So just sit here for a moment. Just allow that hamstring to get used to being straightened out. The toes are pulled back. gently pushing the back of the left knee down towards the floor. Wrap that left arm around the right knee and pull it into your chest. Feel that strengthening, that lengthening of your spine. Take a deep inhale as your right arm rises up to the sky, and then exhale as you rotate towards the right. Push down into the floor with that right hand and see if you can make that help you lengthen your spine. Breathe. Breathe deep into your belly. Exhale slowly. By pulling that knee into your chest with this rotation, you're isolating thoracic mobility. Our thoracic spine are really, really important for the movement of our necks and our shoulders. If that spine doesn't move, your shoulders won't move correctly, your neck won't move correctly. So we're working towards getting that whole functional unit to work. Many of you drive to work every day, start to notice that you can't look over your shoulder to change lanes. Part of it is because of your thoracic spine, the spine part that is between your shoulder blades. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. See if you can rotate just a little further. Breathe. Slowly bringing your spine back to the front, taking that right foot to the inside of the left knee. The toes are pulled back. Inhale your arms up to the sky, shoulder blades down your back. Exhale, fold forward, fingers pointing to where the wall meets the ceiling. As you inhale, reach up and out. As you exhale, bring your hands to the bottom of your left foot or to the ankle, and then engage that left leg, pushing the back of your left knee down towards the floor. With each inhale, imagine your spine lengthening, which with each exhale, imagine yourself folding further forward if it's available to you. If you'd like, you can bind the pose by releasing your right arm, reaching to the wall in front of you, and then exhaling, wrapping it around the outside of your right knee. Stay there or let your right knee begin to drop out towards the right. Breathing. Feeling the stretch and breathing into the tightness. Exhaling out, releasing any tension, any trying, any judgment. Yoga is about a journey, it's not a destination. One more deep inhale here. As you exhale, if you've bound the pose, release it. Allow your right hand to come back to meet the left. Slowly bringing your spine back up to straight. And slowly bringing yourself back to an easy seated position. So that easy seated position can be in any one you like. We've got two more things to do with your shoulders that are going to be a little bit challenging. So let's just loosen them up first. Inhale them forward, up to your ears and back and down. Just loosening them up a little bit. Remember, no pinching or pain in your practice, and then taking it in the opposite direction. If you don't have a strap, grab onto something. Grab onto an electric cord, piece of rope, garden hose, anything you'd like that you can give yourself a little support with. We're going to start with your hands really wide on that strap. So take them out a little bit wider than your shoulders. As we inhale, I want you to pull apart on that strap, really tensing it, letting your arms rise up towards your ceiling. Try to keep your shoulder blades down and away from your ears. As you exhale, bring it back down in front of you. Inhale, your arms rise up, your belly fills with air. That helps to pull your rib cage down and separate it from the shoulders. As you exhale, bring it back down. You can stay in an easy seated position, or you can come into a Thunderbolt, but we're going to go through the same thing, inhaling the arms up. You either are going to exhale them back down in front or exhale them back down and behind you. The wider your arms are, the easier this is on your shoulders. So it feels like pinching or pain, just separate your arms further. If you feel like you need more of a challenge, bring your arms closer. Inhale them up, whether you're coming to the back, from the back or from the front. Exhale them down to the front. We're going to do that 2 more times. You don't have to bring your arms down and behind you. Inhale your arms up. Pull apart on that strap or that cord, whatever you have. You can either exhale down to the front or exhale back and behind you. Inhale them up. And exhale them down. Brilliant. We're going to take that strap in your right hand. We're going to inhale, both arms up to the ceiling. As you exhale, you'll take your left hand behind you and grab onto that strap. So you start to walk both hands towards each other. You use that strap to try and get them there. If you can reach your fingertips and just interlace them, you don't need the strap. That's perfectly fine. Breathe. This is the deepest stretch of the shoulders. We've done little incremental poses and stretches to get us here, but that doesn't mean it's proper for each and every one of you. If it's not, back out of the pose. Allow your hands to separate, holding onto that strap. You can stay right where you are or begin to fold forward. Find an expression of the pose you can hold with ease, where you can bring your focus and attention back to the depth of your breath or the feeling of the stretch. No struggles, no strains. Breathe. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. If you're folded forward, gently start to bring your spine back up to straight. Slowly release your arms and just shake them out. We're going to put that strap in the opposite hand. So in your left hand, shake your shoulders out a little bit and then inhale your arms up to the ceiling, shoulder blades down and away from your back. Take your right arm behind you and reach for that strap or that cord, that belt, whatever you have, and then slowly use that strap to try and walk your fingers closer to each other. If the fingers don't touch, that's perfectly fine. Don't try to force it. Find an expression of each and every pose that you can hold with ease. I'm going to turn around to face the camera. Today, my left shoulder doesn't feel like it can get there, so I'm not going to try and get my fingertips together. I'm going to let them just be where it feels proper for today. Try to make sure that your left elbow is pointing up towards the ceiling, not forward towards the camera or your computer. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, either just stay here melting in the pose or folding forward. Wherever you are, breathe. Honor your body by releasing the pose into a comfortable position where you can bring all of your focus and attention away from any discomfort and back to your breath. Exhaling, melting. Take a deep inhale here. With an exhale, we're going to slowly begin to round back up. And then we'll slowly release your arms back down. Shake them out. So we've done a lot of work on mobility of the shoulders. So just give yourself a moment. Shake them out. Perfect. Let your head spin around in a little bit of a circle, loosening the muscles around your neck. So we're going to be doing a couple of down dogs, a couple of strengthening exercises, some planks. Remember, you can do the planks on elbows, do the planks with your knees down. We're going to give you a couple of options to go for. What I want everyone to do first is just bring your hands to the ground, your fingertips pointing forward in front of you, your arms straight. Just try to turn the creases of your elbows forward and then turn the creases of your elbows back without letting your fingers or your palms move. You're just bringing the connection of your wrist and your shoulder together here. When your creases of your elbows are turned forward, that's a strengthening, a locking. We call it a screw-home mechanism. There are 4 muscles in your shoulder that when you turn that crease forward, they all activate. They all lock that shoulder into a firm, stable position. So when we're in our plank poses, if you keep those creases turned forward, you should feel less work in the shoulder, because that screw home mechanism is the thing that does the work. So we're going to come on to hands and knees. We're going to have the hands underneath your shoulders, the hips just above the knees, and we'll start out by just loosening them up, starting to get some weight bearing through those. So just rock your hips forward and back. I'm really slow to progress into more aggressive things without preparing for them. Frankly, because I'm old. It takes me a little bit more time, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not rushing through anything. I don't have a destination. I'm here in this moment. Slowly start to circle your shoulders around your hands. Remember, that is a way of creating mobility as well as fluidity. There is a fluid that is produced through weight bearing and motion. Change the direction of your circles. That fluid is the way that the tendons and the ligaments get their nutrient. There is very little blood supply to your tendons and ligaments. They get nutrient through weight bearing and through full range of motion. One more full circle, and then bring your shoulders just above your hands, your hips just above your knees. Curl. So those fluids are the way that your cartilages stay healthy. People get hip replacements because the cartilage starts to break down. It starts to break down because we sit all day and we don't move our hips and therefore don't produce or distribute that fluid called synovium. Turn the creases of your elbows forward, tuck the toes under with an exhale, lift your knees an inch from the floor, pull your belly to your spine, feel the strength. Lower your knees to the floor. So we're just bringing those shoulders into awareness of weight bearing. Pull the belly to the spine, lift the knees from the floor, turn the creases of your elbows forward, lengthen your neck. So try not to look up and pinch your neck. Imagine you're trying to touch the wall in front of you with the top of your head. Lower your knees to the floor and breathe. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, pull the belly to the spine, turn the creases forward, lift the knees an inch from the floor, and then straighten the legs out into down dog. So in down dog, you're really trying to find an exploration of mobility. The toes are pointed forward, the feet are about a fist width apart. You're pushing the back of your knee. Lift your hips towards the sky. Let together, everybody. Dangle. My favorite word. Try to bring your chest a little closer to your thighs. If your heels aren't touching the floor, that's perfectly fine. Just walk the dog. Drop one heel while bending the opposite knee and just work on pushing to the back of that knee, straightening it as much as you can. Holding it for a breath or two and then take it to the opposite side. If your heels are both touching the ground, work on lifting your toes from the floor and breathe. Remember, you can be down on your elbows. We're bringing it to a plank. The creases of your elbows are forward. You can come down on your elbows here, or you can even drop to your knees. Find what's proper for you. Take it back to down dog. And breathe. Take it forward to plank. Take it back to down dog. You can take a break anytime you like in child's pose. Bring it forward to plank. Stay right here or open it up to side plank. So in side plank, you can be down on your elbows. You can be down on your knee. It's perfectly fine. You can stay there or raise your right leg up to the sky. Find the strength. Keep the crease of that left elbow turned forward. Bring that foot down and bring it back to forward plank. Bring it back to down dog. Breathe. Down dog is a great time to rest, to let your shoulders relax. You're staying up on straight arms and straight legs. Bring it forward to plank. Drop to your knees. Stay here or open it up to side plank on the opposite side. The crease of your right elbow still turned forward towards your fingers. Stay there or lift your left foot up off of the right. Find strength in your pose. Squeeze and to down dog, to plank and to down dog. And breathe.
Lift your heels from the ground, drop your knees to the floor, and take it into child's pose. Let yourself take a small rest here.
Remember, if this child pose, the classic child pose, is uncomfortable for your knees, just lie on your back, pull your knees into your chest, or sit down, wrap your arms around your knees and drop your chin. There's no perfect way to do child pose. The idea is to release the shoulders, to flex the spine, and to breathe. Breathing deep into your belly. Exhaling slowly, melting into the pose. No struggles, no strains. One more deep inhale in child's pose. One more slow, melting exhale. Then we're going to bring your arms forward, come back up onto your knees, re-establish the creases of your elbows forward, tuck the toes under, take it back to down dog. Push the back of your knees to the wall behind you, lift your hips towards the sky, bring your chest towards your thighs. Take it to forward plank. Again, you can drop down on your knees. Take it back to down dog. We're going to lift your left leg up to the sky. We're going to bend that left knee, then let your left ankle drop to the outside. Look under your right armpit and see if you can look at your foot just hanging there. You're opening yourself up and decide. You can stay here or flip the dog. Find an expression of each and every pose that you can hold with ease, where you can bring your attention back to your breath. Take it back up. Take it back to down dog. Take it back to forward plank. Take it back to down dog. Lift your heels, drop your knees, take it to child's pose. Let your shoulders relax. You can bring your arms back by your feet and just really let those shoulders relax. Breathe so that you feel your rib cage expand, pressing out to the side, back behind you. Melt with your exhale. And breathe. No struggles, no strains. Slowly let your arms come forward. Bring yourself up onto hands and knees. Re-engage the creases of your elbows forward. Tuck those under. Bring it up to down dog. Bring it to forward plank. Up to down dog. Let the right leg rise up to the sky. Bend your right knee and just raise that right knee up towards the sky. It just opens that hip towards the right. Stay right there or flip the dog. Breathe. Find the strength of a pose and breathe. Take it back to down dog. Back to plank. Creases of your elbows forward. Back to down dog. Lift the heels, drop the knees, and bring it back to child's pose. Child's pose is a restorative resting pose. Try to make sure you're supported. If your forehead doesn't touch the floor, you can put a block underneath your forehead, or you can slide your arms forward so that you can stack your hands like fists and make a little pillow for your head to rest on. If you want to go further into your child pose, separate your knees. Let your chest come down towards the floor. Breathe. Breathe deeply into your belly. Exhale slowly. Then bring your arms forward. Bring yourself back up onto all fours. Your shoulders are just above your hands. What I want you to do is walk your knees out to the outside edges of your mat. Bring the big toes together. We're going to thread the needle. So what I want you to do is take your left hand and bring it more towards the center of your mat. Take your right arm out to the side and reach for the wall that's out to your right. We're going to warm this up first. So inhale it, take it up, Look up to your right arm. Exhale, take that right hand underneath of you. The back hand rests on the floor. Inhale it up to the sky. Exhale it underneath of you. One more time, and then we'll hold it there. Inhale, exhale, threading the needle, staying up on your left arm straight or bending that left elbow. Staying right there or dropping your right ear all the way to the floor. And breathe. Shoulder blade of the right pulled down and away from your ear, no pinching or no pain. This is a really deep stretch in what we call horizontal abduction. Breathe. Stay right here or raise your left leg up, pointing the toes to where the wall meets the ceiling behind you, and breathe. Find your breath. Find this moment. Slowly bringing that left knee down to the floor. Stay right here or drop your hips all the way down to your heels. Always find an expression of the pose you can hold with ease. One more deep breath. Really feel this breath as it enters, as it expands in your rib cage, and as you exhale, melt. Slowly sliding your left hand back towards you. Use your left arm to help you push yourself up. Your left hand, your left knee, and your left foot are all in one line. Take your right foot back to meet that line, and then bring your right arm up to the sky. And breathe. You can stay right here, right foot from the ground. Left arm strong. If you feel like you don't have balance, take your left foot and just swing it off the outside of your mat, increasing that base of support. Look up at your right arm if it doesn't bother your neck. Feel the strength of your pose. Let that right foot come to the floor. Let your right hand come to the floor. Bring yourself back onto all fours. And we're going to just set it up for the other side. So, taking your knees to the outside edges of your mat, bringing the big toes together. Your right hand comes just underneath of your face. Your left arm reaches out to the wall beside you on the left. As you inhale, take the left arm up to the sky. As you exhale, thread the needle, the back of your hand to the floor. Inhale it up. Exhale it down and under. Inhale it up. Exhale it back and under, and we're going to leave it right there. You can stay here with your right arm straight or drop down to your right elbow. You can stay right there, or you can bring your left ear all the way to the floor. Find the expression that holds your attention in the moment. Stay right here, or lift your right foot, your right leg up and point it to where the wall meets the ceiling behind you. Your left shoulder stays down and away from your ear. No pinching and no pain. And breathe. Breathe deeply. Exhale slowly, bringing that right knee back to the floor. Stay here as you are, or drop your hips all the way down. No struggles and no strains. Breathe. Fill your belly with air. Feel the areas of tightness. As you exhale, see if you can melt them just a little bit. One more deep inhale here. One more slow exhale. And then begin to slide your right hand back towards you so you can use that to help push you up and out of the pose. Your right hand, your right knee, and your right foot are in one line. Your left foot comes back to meet that line. Your left arm rises up towards the sky. Stay here or slide your right foot off the mat to give you a greater base of support, and lift your left leg. Feel the strength in your right arm. Look up at your left arm if it doesn't bother your neck. And breathe. No struggles, no strains. Slowly up your left hand, bring yourself back onto all fours, and bring it back to child's pose. and breathe. Breathe deep into your belly. Exhale slowly. No struggles, no strains. One more deep inhale. One more slow exhale. And then I'll ask you to slowly bring yourself up to a Thunderbolt position. So, sitting back onto your ankles. If this is too much for your knees or too much for your ankle, slide a pillow between your calves and your thighs, or just sit in an easy seated position. That's perfectly fine. No struggles and no strains. We have done a lot of work on our thoracics and our shoulders. Your shoulders should feel alive. The key here is to breathe. So let's just get into some gentle motion here. At the end, we'll loosen up, kind of a cool down for those shoulders. So inhale your shoulders up and exhale them back. Inhale them up, exhale them back. One more time, inhale the shoulders up, exhale them back, and then reverse directions. Inhale them back, exhale them down and forward. Just small circles. Inhale them up, exhale them down. One more time, inhale to the back and up to the ears, exhale them forward. Brilliant. We'll take your arms out to the side. Curl your fingers under and let your thumbs be pointed forward. Slowly start to make some large circles forward. So to inhale them to the back and exhale them up and forward. If it feels like pain, drop your shoulders down and do your circles lower. Try to gently pinch your shoulder blades together. So you're activating all the stabilizing muscles of your shoulders. Connect your circles to your breath. One more full circle. And then turn your palms up so that your thumbs are now pointing behind you, and reverse the direction of your circle. Inhale forward and up, exhale back and down. Shoulder blades gently pulled together helps to stabilize those arms. Feel the shoulders. Do they feel stronger? Do they feel more alive? If they feel sore, put a little bit of ice on them when you're done today. Nothing you did today should cause any pain. One more full circle. And then open up your hands, pull the fingers to the ceiling, and reach across your body through the palms of your hands, reaching out in opposite directions. And then slowly just bring your arms across yourself. Give yourself a big hug. Let your shoulders just drop. No struggles and no strains. Staying right here where you are, gently let your left ear drop to your left shoulder. Bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Bring your head back to the center. Turning your head to the right. Turning your head to the left. Bringing it back to the center, releasing your arms. If you had your right arm on top last time, take it to the opposite side. So now your left arm is on top. Whichever way you had it before, just do the opposite. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Your left ear to your left shoulder. Bring your head back to the center. Turn your head to the right. Turn your head to the left. Bring it back to the center. Just let your arms drop and just shake them out. Woo! Look at me, rub bam, man. We're going to get into final relaxation, so go ahead and lie down to your back. Find a pose that you can hold with ease. Remember, in final relaxation, it's about integrating into your body the knowledge that it gained in and through the motions and the breathing. So we just spent a great deal of time moving and using our arms in ways that we're not often doing. So lying on your back, slide something underneath the back of your head so that your chin points down towards your chest, not up towards the ceiling. Let your arms lay by your side with the palms facing up. Your legs are out straight, but if that causes any kind of pull or irritation in your back, just slide a small pillow underneath your knees so there's a small bend in your knees. It really goes a long way to helping create ease in your back if you feel struggle or strain. Well, close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath. A deep breath into your belly. As you exhale, I want you to just let everything go. Imagine yourself melting into the floor. Remember, the yoga is about breath connected to movement, which equals awareness of the moment in which you are in. I'm going to ask you to bring all of your focus and attention just to the weight of your body as it lies on the floor. See if you can direct all of your attention to the sensations you feel just at the back of your body, from your heels to the top of your head. If your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to the sensations you feel at the back of your body. And then shift your attention to the sensations you feel at the front of your body. Perhaps it's the cool air conditioning, or the gentle heat if you're up north, touching your skin. Just become aware and focused on the sensations you feel in the front of your body, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And then see if you can bring your awareness to the fullness of your body, the front, the back, the top of your head, the bottoms of your feet, all at one time is one field of experience. If your mind wanders or begins to judge whether you're doing it right or not, try to notice those things, but don't attach to them. If you're breathing and you're bringing your awareness back to the moment in which you are in, you are doing the practice perfectly. Now just let your mind come to stillness. Be aware of any distractions. Be aware of any thoughts or internal chatter. Notice them as if you were an observer of your mind, and then release them without attachment. Let your mind be still. Let your mind be still. Let your mind be still. We'll slowly start to bring awareness back to your bodies by just bringing your awareness back to the sensations you feel on the back side of your body. Gently bringing awareness back to your mind, feeling the sensations on the front side of your body. Beginning to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes, feeling the small joints as they move. Keep your mind focused. Spread your fingers, spread your toes apart, and bring your awareness just to the feeling of the skin as it stretches, the space between your fingers, the space between your toes. Curl your fingers into a fist, curl your toes under, and feel the skin as it stretches over your knuckles, as it stretches over the tops of your feet. Then let your hands and your feet relax. Take a deep inhale. Let your shoulders slide up towards your ears. With an exhale, slide your arms down and away from you, stretching between the ears and the shoulders. And let your shoulders relax. Gently let your head rock from side to side on the floor, bringing awareness to the spine, to the muscles of the neck. And then let your head come back to a position that's comfortable for you. As you inhale to the very bottom of your lungs, let your arms begin to float up towards the ceiling. When your lungs are filled, with an exhale, let your arms fall to the floor behind you. With an inhale, reach your fingertips back, reach your heels forward, and feel that stretch along the length of your body. As you exhale, draw your knees to your chest. Let your arms float down to wrap around your knees, hugging them into your chest. Let your jaw relax. Let your shoulders relax. Take one deep inhale. Feel it pressing into your thighs. With an exhale, see if you can draw those knees a little closer in. We'll gently begin to rock from side to side, just bringing awareness to the spine as it rocks on the floor. And when you're ready, roll onto your right side in a fetal position. Knees up towards your chest, perhaps your hands made into a pillow to support your head, or slide a block underneath of your head, or a pillow, just to keep it in a neutral position, and bring your awareness to one more breath. Feel the sensations as the lungs fill with air, and as you exhale, bring your awareness to the sensations of the air as it leaves your body. Gently begin to press yourself up to an easy seated position, where your spine is tall and at ease. If it feels like you need to elevate to sit up on a block or even a chair, do that to find ease in your spine. As you take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine, reach the top of your head up towards the sky. As you exhale, see if you can hold that tall and lengthened posture with ease. Take a deep inhale, lengthening. With an exhale, slowly let your hands come into a prayer position at the center of your chest. Let your chin drop gently down. You guys have done a wonderful job once again. I'm so glad you're here, doing the practice with us each and every week. I'll encourage you to watch some of these during the week. You can watch them on this Facebook page. You can watch them on my webpage, body-guru.com. There's lots of other content there. There's content for wrist pain or neck pain or shoulder pain, or what I call bulletproofing your back. Exercises to prevent back problems, to prevent shoulder problems. Check out the webpage, go to my YouTube page and subscribe. I need 1,000 subscribers before I can come up with a really fun, interesting YouTube name like Dangling Bill Yoga or something. But in the meantime, thank you so much for coming. Namaste. Have a wonderful day. If you like these classes, go and subscribe. www.body-guru.com. Those will lead you to my YouTube page. At the end of each of these, I have a little subscribe button. You hit that button, it'll make you a subscriber.